Mick Jenkins. Omaha, how y'all feeling?
Mick Jenkins in the building.
Much love.
In Omaha.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Is this your first time?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, tell us about it. How was your experience?
Great. I had nothing to complain about. Even with all the terrible weather. You know, it's the weather inconveniences, I should say. Fine. Like I think I was telling I forgot her name. I was like, I know they're upset. You know, when you put a lot of time and effort into planning things to go a certain way, and like things outside of your control affect that. You know what I'm saying? What they was telling me about what happened on 2-4, the weather. But to me, I feel like when all the I should say, quote unquote, the most important parts are taken care of, which is like the hospitality that we receive. Are we straight? We're super low maintenance, so we were straight. The people that we came in contact to, the connections that we had, the listening session, you know what I'm saying, the podcast with you. I think all of those things kind of make for like a like a worthwhile trip.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times we just come in town, wait on the show, and go. But whenever our experience is catered to, you know, experiencing the art and what the city that we're at has to offer from the people that brought us out, is always, it's always great. It's always some shit we didn't know. I think the last time I felt like this, I was in Mesa, Arizona, and I met a lot of natives out there. And saw a lot of the nonprofits and stuff that they had working and how they were able to bring us out there. And so it'd be the same thing. Even this space, like, it reminds me of what I had. That's the first thing I said to y'all when I saw it. So, you know, I think all of that comes with a lot of intangibles that make me feel great about being here. You know, me and Slime was even talking about that. It's like neighborhoods that look like this. You know what I'm saying? We're very familiar with that, and it's just like, I feel better here than where I live right now in Studio City, California.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's supposed to be like a good neighborhood. So it's just the reality of that as a black man and the dichotomies of moving through different spaces. I think I had a preconceived notion about Omaha, and then I get here, and in less than a day, that's flipped on its head. So I had a great time.
Yeah. I always say this, like, these flyover states, like, you just don't know, right?
I have no idea.
But think about it, we all Midwest still, like, at the same time. So we got the same kind of weather, right? And every state got black people, right? And I think
Except North Dakota.
Probably South Dakota too. They got
South Dakota got a few.
They do?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
We ain't hit North though.
So what?
But the rest of us, yes.
Okay. Hey, hold on, Michael. Yeah. Man, but what I was gonna say is that, like, a lot of times when people come here, they already have this preconceived notion, like, hey, like, where's the black folks? If they've never been here, then they don't know if people are gonna really show up or like gonna rock with them. You know what I mean? But when you came in here, right, you know, you slid in here and I was just like, what's up, bro? I introduced myself, and then when you came in, you just kind of were just amongst the people though, and just like chilling. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, sometimes artists is like, I need a groom, I need a separate room, you know, kind of higher maintenance, right? And you're like, man, I don't want maintenance, right? But you felt good though, just being in the environment though. And hospitality is like a huge thing for us though. You know what I mean? I know like, that's something that you really pride yourself on too. Whenever somebody come here, you make sure you bring them to Culxr House, or like you try to give them like the experience, at least the black experience, and showing them like the community and stuff here.
Yeah, that's what I think we are looking for and appreciate. If you don't gotta look for it, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they were asking me earlier, my perspective was it gonna be black people here? My perspective was, it better be black people here. Like, I was like, I'm getting invited to a Juneteenth festival. Yeah, I know it better be us in there. I was like, I know I'm not getting invited to the Omaha Juneteenth festival. And I'm gonna see others
Billy Joe.
I'm gonna appreciate it, but it's gonna be weird. You know what I'm saying? So I was expecting black people, and I was like, if Juneteenth ain't gonna bring the black people out, for me, because even though I make music from the black perspective, my fans is 70% white everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? It's only I would say truly in the last 3 years that we've started to see a healthy mix. But I think all of that has to do with this type of music I've been making in the last 3 years too. And when people caught me, you usually are catching people that are your age and younger. Okay. And then some people above, especially when I came in at like 21. So fans got to grow with me. I think a lot of people either grew up and realized I'm not really what they want to do because I kind of force you to look at things in a certain way. and especially as I started making more mature music.
Okay.
So that being said, I know who I'm talking to now.
Okay.
And so I walk into a space like this and I know exactly what I'm walking into. Like, I know exactly who I'm talking to. I know exactly what's gonna make them feel. I know what they want to hear because this who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even seeing a space like this, it verifies like, okay, yeah, other people think this shit is necessary too, just like I do. You know what I'm
sure,
saying? Like,
yeah.
because when I had it, that's what it was for. It was like, man, what, and this is what it be. It's like, what can be a creative hub?
Yep.
What can be a place? Because this is literally what I did, where I could invite artists after they shows, and they know they could relax, and they know they ain't got to trip on the people that's there in the space, and niggas ain't gonna be gawking all over them, and niggas gonna treat them like a human being. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And they can have the full run of the place, be comfortable. They ain't got to worry about that. It's just like those in between spaces that niggas is looking for, niggas need, but don't really know what to call it because it is so many different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as I stepped in here, I understood that's what it was. And after every room opened up, as I came to the back, I was just like, oh, nah, yeah, this one of those spaces. Oh, yeah, there's like, yeah, this nigga. I'm like, oh, yeah, I already know. This nigga know what I know.
Okay.
So it felt great, man. Like, this feels like where I should be in Omaha. Honestly.
Cool.
Like,
I got a quick question on that. I'm gonna call it a phenomenon. It's like the blacker your content, the whiter the audience. And we see this like with Vince Staples.
Yeah,
and he makes black ass content.
Yeah.
Even in his latest album, it's rock. It might be the blackest shit he done said, right?
Yeah.
Like what do you think even contributes to that? Is that a bit of white guilt?
It's a lot.
Or cool or is it to kind of the roots of like old school rock music where they just bucking the system too, so they fuck with anybody that buck the system?
I think it could be all the things that you just said at the same time. I think more than anything, the biggest thing is they like our shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what it is. Smart, silly, dumb, factual, fiction. They like our art. The world likes our art. You know what I'm saying? Like, and unfortunately, where we live at is majority white people. Like, I don't think people realize we only 16% of the population. You know what I'm saying? So, as many of us as there are, it's just more of them. You feel me? Like, so if you're putting out art, there's a good chance that your art is going to be consumed by white people, regardless of anything. Yeah. Then you throw in those other variables. Like, of course, they some of our number one fans. Yeah. Like, you can see that in the culture. You can see that in the government. You can see that in the in the world. So to me, it's just like the biggest reason is niggas love our art.
Yeah.
And then you start throwing in the white gaze, and you start throwing in like how our culture is so
counterculture.
It's in itself just existing, but it's so magnetic. It's a bunch of variables as to why they the number one fans for so many different people, even when the art is defiantly black. Even when the art is defiantly black. And niggas just be out there singing along like they know. It's crazy.
We cussing you out right now.
Right, yeah.
Well, maybe not you, but your mama now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I love it, man.
Do you, like, during the show, you have somebody come up and, like, rap one of your verses? Do you normally do that at a show?
No, I've probably done that like 4 times in 12 years.
Because, bro, I came to see you, me and Elijah, we came to see you last year in, I think it was Minneapolis. I think, we was on tour. And you played at I think it was the House of Blues, or you played like a jazz club.
Okay, yeah.
And you played, and we can't check you out. So I don't think you did that when you was there. And I saw that tonight. I know you didn't have that expectation when you got here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for people to like really know your stuff. Did you change anything in your set around?
As soon as we realized we wasn't gonna be around kids anymore, we changed our set. Yeah,
okay.
my set was completely different because it was supposed to be more kid friendly.
I feel it.
But I did more songs that I wanted to do.
I know. So I was like, he doing a set.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have been trying not to curse. We would have did some more like palatable songs for like it was older folks there too. Like I curse a lot in my regular speak anyway, so I knew that I was gonna be aggressive. Yeah. But as soon as we walked in here, I was like, oh, we can do our regular set. Like, yeah, we good here.
They knew what time it was.
So,
for sure.
Yeah. That became easy. I think that's something that I'm doing all the time is like pivoting on the fly with the live show. Like I know a lot of my music well enough that, as soon as we walk in the spot, we could kind of pick out, is it going to be the vibe we thought, or do we need to?
You got to be able to read the room, right, as an artist, right? Yeah. Like the set list that you came with ain't the one that you might play. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Well, I care enough to do that. Yeah. I know some people be like, I'm playing this. Like, all right.
Okay, all right. okay. When you see them not doing nothing, Yeah,
but to me, even my DJ, he know, like, we in different regions. I know what I know. He a historian. He's a hip hop historian. Regionally, he'll know what he needs to play as warm up music, what he needs to play before we go on stage. Like, East Coast, Southern East Coast, it's hard rap all day. I don't care what you want. I don't care what you want to play. What they want to hear is hard rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they like a lot of shit, but that's what they want to hear when they come to a rap show. Versus the West Coast, that ain't what they want to hear. They at a rap show, so of course they like that shit too. But like that slow, obviously West Coast music, but it's just more like you could get away with a lot more R&B vibes, neo soul vibes on the West Coast. And I just learned that paying attention to him because regionally people are different, and so same point. Like the set list gotta apply to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the type of people that's in the crowd, like, for sure.
Man. I had an interview early, so I don't got too much left. Cause go ahead, Marcy. I'll piggyback.
All right, I ain't gonna hold you too long. So what's next? Are you on the tour, or just to kind of one and done?
Off. Right now, I've been. Last year, I started my independent journey for real. I've been independent, but now I am operating independent of the system, right? Whereas independence before just meant I'm not signed to a label. Now I don't even stream my music. All my newest releases aren't streaming. Okay. You get them straight from my website, or you can go to Even.biz. But that's just me railing against the system. It's not fair. Streaming numbers and what we get paid are ridiculous. They are truly asinine. I don't like the equation, and instead of continuing to complain about it, I was just like, look, man, I'm just going to invest in myself. I'm going to do things that my community can kind of show up to monthly. Do my little low-budget marketing campaigns and rock out like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the people who really interested in me, I think at a certain point I looked up and was like, man, I'll make more money selling shit out my trunk like niggas was doing back in the day.
Direct.
And quite literally, we dropped type shit. It was a project that I dropped in January last year. I only made the project so I could try going direct to fan. First 3 months, we made $20K a month. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that dies off, right? What we learned, the first 3 months we made $20K a month. I say fourth month we made like $10K. Fifth month we like at $5. 6th month we made $3. And then I said to John, I was like, all right, that's my manager. I was like, look like it's gonna be about 6 months before there's a hard drop off. So we need to be ready with ready to go or ready to release, ready to start promoting it or ready to start releasing the next thing if we want to continue to move like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so an example, I'm gonna just be transparent. What's that? 60, 70, 75, 78. We made $78,000 in 6 months. The year before, I dropped The Patience. That's 6 months that we had just made $78,000. You also get paid out your royalties twice a year. Once in March and once in September.
That's that slow.
We get to September. We get to September. I get an $82,000 royalty check for 10 years of music.
Oh, and you.
They went to that catalog.
That was from my catalog.
Yeah, the
That's
catalog.
from all the albums I put out.
One project you made that
from six months of streaming. For Waters, Waves, The Healing Component, The Pieces of a Man, all of that. That was what 6 months gave me for 5 projects. I just made 78 in 6 months off one project.
How'd that make you feel?
It was affirmation. It was affirmation. I was like, I'm not tripping.
You can do that shit.
I'm not tripping. We are being robbed. Like, this is ridiculous. How I make the same money from one project going direct, which means also that's this is what I put for perspective. On stream, which is where those royalties came from, that's 2 million people a month on Apple Music. That's 1.7 million people a month on Spotify. That's almost 2 million people a month on Tidal. You know how many people purchase type shit from me on Even?
couple grand.
4,200. I made 78,000 off 4,200 people.
I mean, I bought it.
I made 82 grand off royalties off 2 million a month. 6 months, 12 million, 3 platforms. It's almost 30 million people.
Okay.
It just doesn't
math
make
ain't
any
math.
sense.
And that
Like,
platform you said is called Even?
Yeah, even.biz.
Like, but the
Even.biz.
reality
Similar
is,
to Bandcamp.
yeah, similar
Okay.
to Bandcamp.
Yeah.
The reality is, what Bandcamp is not going to charge you anything. They charge you like 5% once you go over $5,000. Even charges you 20%, but they're taking care
20%?
of more on the back end,
Okay.
right? And what you get access to when you go through both of these places, when you go through any place like this, is the label share. Which, if you were an artist like me and you wasn't operating completely independently, I didn't even know about the label share. I didn't even know I wasn't getting 100% of my money when we did a breakdown. I was doing a breakdown on 40% of the money that was generated, thinking I was doing a breakdown on 100% of the money that was generated. Because I didn't know anything about that extra 60% that belonged to the label.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting that, and that 20%. I went to Even. I was like, man, what am I paying this 20% for? They was like, this is what you paying for. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I was like, okay, I could just go over to Bandcamp. They was like, you could, but Bandcamp don't take care of this, this, and this. I was like, all right, I guess a little 20% is worth. But in my situation, I went from seeing 40% of my money to 80% of my money.
Big difference.
And now the 20% is actually paying for something.
Yeah.
Whereas the label was just put in a position where they could just keep collecting my 40 and they don't even have to work for me no more.
Right.
And they wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm willing to pay for what I understand that is worth it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Even does for me. They do it. They go way beyond what I pay for. So I don't have no problem with that. But the goal is to just go to MickJenkins.com. Okay. Once I'm set up infrastructure wise, then you just come to MickJenkins.com. Won't be no Even, because like I said, the math says I could sell this shit out my trunk and make more money than streaming. Like,
there you go. I gotta bet on yourself.
Yeah, for real.
Right?
And so what I do see is like, yes, I lose out on marketing. Not all my fans know I drop all the time. You know what I'm saying? But to me, in the long run, I'm still doing better this way. And it's never a negative that people don't know the music. That just means they can still discover it, as long as we're doing something that fosters that discovery. You feel me? Which is what we're doing. So, things take longer. I gotta do more work, but I feel way better.
Are you handling, are you handling all your like your management and doing your bookings?
Yeah, my team is myself, John, my manager, and my Jacqueline, my booking agent. That is the team. And then we have this guy, Fawn, who plays manager. Honestly, he comes through in the 12th hour with big shit that we couldn't get, but a fine. Sure. So that's the team, that 4-piece right there.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Look, Mick, appreciate you. Right.
No problem, man.
Safe travels, much love.
Easy, man.
Thanks for
I
coming
enjoy y'all
through,
having
stopping
me,
and chopping up with us, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
And they say money talk. Hey, all these niggas ever really talk about is money. I think all these niggas got to talk about is money. His man's locked up, he can't bond him out, it's funny. God forbid they talk about it and find out it's no money.